Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, ladies and gentlemen. Sam. Today we are going to talk about electromagnetic compatibility of a lightning protection system. I'm Akmal.
I'm Mahrim.
And HAKIM.
Okay. I'm going to introduce you to the idea of an EMC in a lightning protection system. Therefore, let's go into the introduction. Let's start with the idea of a lightning strike and what it is all about lightning. But first and foremost, I'm going to talk to you about EMC and its characteristic. First and foremost, electromagnetic compatibility is a system that are able to work in a system without any interference from an electromagnetic environment. And also, an EMC devices won't be affected by the environment or the interference caused by other devices in the system. Okay, when talking today about lightning, first and foremost, we need to understand what is lightning is all about. Lightning occurs when a spark from the clouds hits the ground, and lightning strike can be classified into two categories. First, a direct lightning strike, and then second is an indirect lightning strike. First, the direct lightning strike is when a lightning strike directly hits a system or a building in which damage can be directly seen. Second, an indirect lightning strike occurs when another system is hit by a lightning strike, but it produces EMI, electromagnetic interference and emissions, that would causes other system to be affected by that strike. Therefore, today we are going to talk about the parameters and all of lightning and its effect to the system. When talking about lightning, there are three parameters that we need to understand. First and foremost, the amplitude, the size of the strike. It will be carrying a range of current in between 2 kiloampere to upwards of 200 kiloampere. And other than that, a lightning can have quite different polarities. It can be a positively charged lightning, and it can be a negatively charged lightning. But a positively charged lightning is much more dangerous and considered stronger compared to negatively charged lightning. But it is quite hard for you to get or to decide which one is the lightning is all about, the charge of the lightning. And other than that, the frequency of the lightning cannot be classified or determined, because lightning strikes are different from region to region. Therefore today, when talking about Malaysia itself, Malaysia as a nation that ranked third in the world, as the most struck nation in the world, we need to consider a proper lightning protection system for our buildings and homes for us to further sustain our system. The effect of lightning itself can produce heat. Lightning will be able to produce heat, can cause burn, fire, harm, fire damage, it can cause explosion. Those kind of stuff is very hard and it's very and it's very bad due to lightning strike. And other than that, this is the important thing when talking about lightning. Lightning emits electrical interference, electromagnetic interference, and the current flow generated in the lightning strike that is so big, it will be able to fry a circuitry and even cause fire. And eventually, all these are related to the emission caused by lightning, and it produces in a lot of waves, a lot of pulses in different value and stuff. So this is the idea when talking about a lightning strike. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to discuss to you on how could a lightning affect your system. First, lightning could affect your system via conduction, in which it could directly travel to your system when the lightning directly strike, let's say a power grid or even a building. This is called a conduction path for the lightning. Second on, we have induction, in which induction today, an EMI, the over voltage, flows through thin air, through electromagnetic pulses, through emission, and this kind of stuff will be absorbed by system, and it can affect the system production and the system efficiency and work. And the last thing, this is quite important for us to talk about today, is a ground out emission for lightning, in which the lightning today, a lightning strike would cause the system to be affected from the ground that we installed in a building, in which the current could flow from the ground up into the system and cause a damage. And this is quite interesting for us to talk about. And eventually, when we're talking about lightning today, we need to understand why we are talking about lightning. Lightning cases in Malaysia, where Malaysian is reported to be at where Malaysian is reported as number 3 in the world as the most struck nation. And today, over 80% of our building doesn't have a proper lightning protection system, and also over 80% of our building today have physical scar that show that they have been struck by lightning. Okay, guys, I'm going to pass the presentation to Mr. LUQMAN to further investigate the solution on how we can solve lightning protection. Therefore, please welcome Mr. LUQMAN.
So thank you, Mr. Akmal. So now we are going to get to the problems that can be caused by lightning strike. So these are the problems that can be caused by lightning strike, and the main one is will cause faulty equipments that can cause fires and death to the end consumers when they are using it. These factors, these problems will also lead to economic problem. That is when the companies and the governments have to bear with the losses that is caused by the lightning strikes. And of course, as has been said, lightning strike will cause damage to the buildings. As has been said, lightning strike will come in two methods, which is direct and indirect. For the direct strikes, it will it means that it will strike directly to the buildings, to the equipments, or to the power stations on the ground. For the indirect strikes, it either will strike to the ground and will cause and will leads to that will lead for the current to move up from the ground. So from our study, we have come up with several solutions that can overcome the problems of lightning strike, and we have divided it into two parts, which is direct strike and indirect strike. And for the direct strike, one of the solutions is by using Franklin rod. Franklin rod is a conductor that are salt in directly channel lightning strike to the ground. The next solution for direct strike is Faraday's cage. Faraday's cage is a device or a lightning rod that is mounted on a structure intended to protect the structure from a direct lightning strike. We'll move to the solution for the indirect strikes. The solution is to use a surge protection device. It is an electrical device that is used to protect the equipment against the power surges and voltage spikes while blocking voltage over safe threshold. And the last solution for indirect strike is by using earthing solution. Earthing solution is actually by connecting the devices or components that will connect the lightning strikes to the earth, while excess voltage or voltage surge will be directly discharged to the earth and protect the devices from exploding. For the solution provider, I would like to invite Mr. SYAHRAIN to present.
Okay, thank you, LUQMAN. So I will present about the solution provider for our presentation. So the solution provider in Malaysia, we have finalized 3 company or vendors that can be a protection device in Klang Valley, Kuala Lumpur. We have choose Tokai Sedang Berhad, LPS Lightning Protection System Sedang Berhad, and the lastly is Pro Technology Sedang Berhad. So how we decide which company will want based on the highest UVP. So UVP will be based on 3 criteria. For the first one is business model. Business model is which company has the highest support for our protection system. So for the second one is specification. Specification is based on which company has the highest standard, standard for the international or Malaysia standard. For the third one is technical expertise. For the technical is will we choose which company has will meet has a highest experience for the protection system in Malaysia. So we has provide a UVP system which is we know as a UVP grading system. UVP grading system is a company will be graded on their service and the mark as the follow. So for the highest marks we can give 3 marks, which is for the value added proposition and no other company is providing it. So for the 2 mark is for the standard solution, and for 1 mark is same solution provided or no added solution. So this is a business model for the 3 company that we choose, which we have a warranty and service and on-site support. So we can see here we can see here at the LPS Lightning Protection System Sedang Berhad company has the highest warranty. So as we can see, we give this company 3 marks because this company has a 5 years warranty based on SPD device. SPD we all know as a search protection device, and for the 2 years for EI-LPS. EI-LPS is electrically isolated light protection system. So we can see here for the on-site support, Tokai Engineering Sedang Berhad and Pro Technology Sedang Berhad have 2 marks based on the financial Malaysia and nationwide. Okay, for the technical support for the company, we have 2 strike, which is direct strike and indirect strike. For the direct strike, we have 3 device, which is IE isolated LPS, T-BUT, and friendly lock. So this is our graded mark that we give to the 3 companies. And for the indirect strike, we have LPS also, ESP, electronic access protection, and for the last one is lightning current arrestor. So based on the mark here, we can see that mostly for the company have 2 or 3 mark that we have given. So for the total UVP point by company, we have conclude and choose the highest company that meet highest UVP points. So for the first one is for the Tokai, we have for the 20 points for the Tokai, and for the Pro we have 21 points, and for the third one for the LPS system, LPS Sedang Berhad, we have 21 also. So therefore, we recommend you to choose Lightning Protection System (LPS) Sdn Bhd because this company provide a 5-year warranty, which is ease of mind, and also this company acknowledged as a Malaysian brand 2015 good quality service, which is someone in Malaysia are familiar with LPS Sdn Bhd, Lightning in the bottle. That's all from us. Thank you.